Hey folks, how's it going? Welcome to the second video, aka the second video in this miniature marathon of everything in the Roblox Doors update in order to help newer players. Last time I made a guide discussing all the monsters. Essentially the short guide I gave in my Roblox Doors review back when the game was fresh and new. And back when like in 2 weeks when the game first launched, I made a review of Roblox Stores like a few weeks when the game was popular, when it was at its absolute peak of popularity, and I made a review of it, giving my thoughts on the game, reviewing the game, going for the whole game, and then giving a very half-assed guide on every monster. But my more recent guide covers all the new monsters, and I also go and recover all the previous monsters, all the previous entities in the game, and going over the new changes, and only a few received some new changes. The rest, as far as I'm aware of, have basically remained the same as they were before the update. Though Glitch, Seek, Figure, Jack, Timothy, and if you want to be very generous, Halt have received some changes. Eyes still functions the same as it does. So Rush, Screech, Hide, Ambush, Eyes remain the same as they were before. So over half the monsters from the original release of Doors have been changed in the new update. And to compensate, 6 new entities were added in the update. And people apparently found a new entity called Dread in the files. Okay. It was supposed to be in the mechanic of a grandfather clock. If a clock reached a certain amount of time, then Dread would appear. Maybe he would function like a sort of eyes entity where you have to simply avoid the thing and not look at it. Though I'm not sure how it's supposed to work. And the devs were trying to fix it in order to add it into the update, but sadly it didn't come around. Also, I made a mistake. The monsters in the room section are called Ace. The first one is A60. The second one is A90, which I was completely stupid. And the last one was A120. So, I'm sorry for those I confused in the previous guide. Now you know the last 3 entities correctly. Well, at least the last 2 that I mixed up. Anyways, today we're covering the secrets of the new update. And let's start off with, of course, the biggest secret. The room's secret. After passing door 50, once you reach door 60, you'll come across a room that looks pretty interesting. Because you explore room door 60, you'll come across a crack in the wall that will lead to a maze. This maze will be important as there is a gate preventing you from accessing a door. Now, to access the door, you need to go to the double basement room and find the lever. The lever will not only open the gate to the next door, but you want to backtrack after flipping the lever and go back to the previous room. Go back to room 60, to door 60, head back into the maze in the crack in the wall, and you'll find that the gate has now been opened. And thus, you're able to access a door that says A001. Now, hold on a minute. In order to access it, you need 2 items. First, you need at least 2 lockpicks. And secondly, you're going to need a skeleton key. The skeleton key is used for another secret. But if you already got that secret, hold on to your skeleton key. Hold your horses for a moment. The skeleton key can be bought at Jeff's shop, but it could also be found randomly in the rooms before the shop. The mid-run shop. So, you might want to save that skeleton key. Unless, you're dumb. Like me. I'm dumb. But once you have the skeleton key, use the 2 lockpicks and then use the skeleton key. And you can open the door, which will show an exit. Upon exiting, you can see continue run. And then you can go and play and continue to run in a different place. Now you've entered rooms. Rooms A001 to 1000. Yes, there are 1000 rooms players have to make it through while dodging the free A monsters. A60, A90, and A120. Previously A200 in its original game. All three entities effectively are effectively different, but share similar counterparts. A60 is a clone of Rush. A90 will appear on the screen and you have to stand still, and A120 will function as ambush sort of. Now, in the rooms area, by the time you make it to room 200, after room 200 you can find an exit that will let you a badge. However, there's a catch. And that leads to the next secret, the tablet. To make it to room 1000, you are required to play 2 hours of gameplay just to make it into room 1000. But if you go through the mental pain of doing so, then you'll come across room 1000. That is nothing but a bridge in a void with other portals seemingly leading to other worlds. And on the ground of that bridge, laying on the floor, is a tablet you can pick up. I put tablet, but in actuality, it's actually a night vision camera. And there's also an exit door. And upon entering, not only get the badge, 2 badges in fact, but you can continue to run. The even crazier thing, you can bring the tablet with you to the main game of doors. And the tablet has some unique functions. First off, the tablet is a night vision camera, so you can use it to see in the dark. But secondly, sort of like the magnifying glass from Ben Unique Machine, this will allow you to see hidden drawings, stars, sparkles, and all that stuff. Essentially like in Ben Unique Machine where you can find secret messages with the magnifying glass, you can do the same with the night vision camera. Hold on one moment. Alright, I'm back from a minor detour. So, yeah, funny good, because detour is the name of a badge. I'm stupid. Anyways, so the tablet effectively functions as a night vision camera. There's also a thing you can do with the tablet, and that is with the Rift. The Rift is an interesting secret. And it's our next thing we're going to cover. The Rift is the second to last secret I'm covering for this video. Rift effectively functions as its own entity, but not really. Rift is an entity that's friendly. One of the few friendly entities in the game, along with Jeff, Guiding Light, Jack, and you want to be generous, Window and Shadow, along with Goblino and Bob the skeleton. What Rift does, it's an entity that will allow you to place one item inside of it. And what this effectively allows you to do is that you can save one item. And if you put the tablet in there, then if you put the tablet or any item in the Rift, then the next time you play a run, Rift will appear and bring you the last item you put into it. Allow you to effectively carry OP items like the crucifix early into the game, which is how some people are able to get the crucifix badges in the early game, where the entities are rampant, you don't have the crucifix yet. Or how you're able to bring in OP items like vitamins or other stuff like the skeleton key early, which is insanely cool. And the Rift is pretty cool. You can also attempt to use items on the crucifix. On the Rift, but yeah, it doesn't really work. Rift is also in the door 100 area, right in the downstairs portion of the staircase to the elevator, where a figure currently occupies it, as he always did. Anyways, the last secret is the herb. Herb is herb is an item plant. Herb is a plant that acts like an item. To get to the herb, you need to simply make it to the Jeff's shop. Once you make it to Jeff's shop, you need to see if it has the skeleton key on sale. If he is selling the skeleton key, make sure to tip Jeff 10 coins and then pay the skeleton key and tip Jeff 10 coins so he can go to college. Anyways, upon giving Jeff his nice little tipping so that he can pay his college tuition and hopefully get a master's degree in business understanding, you need to get to the medical room, aka the infirmary. I don't know if this is reminding me of Bendy Neek Machine, but Bendy Neek Machine also has a room called the infirmary. I mean, Roblox stores and Bendy Neek Machine both have infirmaries in places they probably shouldn't be. An infirmary in an animation studio seems weird, and so it makes sense for an infirmary in a hotel to also be somewhat sequentially strange. But I think an infirmary in like a hotel makes sense, given that accidents could happen. I guess it's also... And an ambulance is bothering me. Okay, seriously, can I not do a video correctly? Can I not have normal video? Anyways, as I was saying before I was interrupted, it kind of makes sense to have an infirmary in a hotel. Accidents can happen. It also makes sense to have an infirmary in an animation studio, especially if it's like producing dolls and like a freak accident happens where your arm gets ripped off. So yeah, it makes about sense. Infirmary, come on, there's gotta be a place for bandages and all kinds of medical soups and whatever. But equally makes us less sense with cartoon soup from bacon rather than me finding actual necessary medications that I actually rather take. Something like, oh, I don't know, melatonin or maybe medication that doesn't make me die in 5 minutes. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because I am. Anyways, once you reach the infirmary, you simply need to find the skeleton door and use the skeleton key on the door. And if you already have the A100, the A1000 detour and back on track badges, then it's pretty plain to use the skeleton key. Upon using the skeleton key, you'll access the herb. The herb is also accompanied by some gold, and for me looking at YouTube footage, I could probably confirm that the gold adds up to around 300 or almost 300. More than the skeleton key, surprisingly. So yeah, more than 300 or a tiny bit less than 300, but still over 250. Which is insane. The herb is also special. Upon interacting with the herb, the game will bring up the text saying your heart beats stronger than ever before. This will also net you the badge Herb of Virides. And what the badge basically implies is to touch the herb. The herb will also give you regeneration ability. This regeneration is pretty good as it effectively increases your health and heals you at a fast rate, allowing you to survive entities that do not instantly kill you. To put in perspective, the entities that cannot one-shot you are in order: Snare, Dupe, Eyes, Halt, Glitch, Timothy, Hide, and Screech. And those are... So Screech, Hide, Timothy, Halt, Eyes, Dupe, and Snare are the only... and Void are the only entities that cannot one-shot you, along with Glitch. So that leaves Rush, Ambush, Seek, Figure to effectively one-shot you. The herb's regeneration can basically overpower almost all of the entities indoors, which is insane. So yeah, and that's all the secrets. So there's an in-depth explanation of every secret in the Doors update. Next time, we'll be going through all the achievements and how to get them. And there's over 40 achievements. Oh, good Lord. This is the reason I started this I'm starting this so that the weekend can happen. So that I'm not doing this during, in the middle of this week. So, yeah. Saves me the frustrations. See you guys next time. Bye.